Hi, I'm Jane from Poppy Patchwork, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to make a Storm at Sea quilt block. This block uses half rectangle triangles, and I really like the results you get with them. When using half rectangle triangles in a quilt, you get a really lovely optical illusion of curves, but you haven't had to sew a single curve, and that's why I really like them. I've published this book called the Quilt Block Notebook, and I use it when I'm designing my quilt blocks. You may find it useful too. Scan the code and it will take you to my Amazon page where you can buy the book and you can start drawing out your blocks for yourself. Block requirements. You're going to need 16 2.5 inches in background fabric, 4 3.5 inch squares and 8 3 by 5 inch rectangles. In fabric A, you're going to need 4 3.5 inch squares and 8 3 by 5 inch rectangles. And in fabric B, you're going to need 1 6.5 inch square. Making the corner squares. Draw a diagonal line on the wrong side of all the background squares, the 3.5 inch and the 2.5 inch, as shown here. Place a background square right sides together in one of the corners of fabric B, with the drawn line as shown. Place a second square in the opposite corner. Repeat with the small background fabric squares with fabric A. Sew on top of the drawn lines. Place the 1/4 inch ruler line on top of the sewn line and trim. As shown here. Set the seams and press towards the triangles. Place the other 2 squares in the remaining corners. Sew on top of the lines. Place the 1/4 inch ruler line on top of the sewn line and trim. Press the seams towards the triangles. Repeat with the small squares. Trimming the corner squares. Lay the piece under your ruler, lining the 1/4 inch line on the point, then trim, and rotate the unit, trimming all the sides. Trim all units and place to one side. Making the half rectangle triangles with a speciality ruler. I'm going to use the half rectangle trim tool from Creative Grids. If you do not have one of these, then right click on the link above and it will take you to my how-to video to make half rectangle triangles with freezer paper. Use the rectangles in background fabric and fabric A. Lay the fabrics in pairs right sides up and place in 2 equal piles. Cut the pairs in half across the diagonal as shown. Cut the pairs together. On a rotating cutting mat, use the ruler to cut off the points in position A and keep the pieces in their pairs, and then the points in position B. Twist the board and the ruler. Your pieces should look like this. Twist the top fabric. Then place right sides together, lining up the notches. Pin and sew with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Press seams as shown so that they nest together when joined. Trimming left slanted half rectangle triangles. Lay the HRT under the ruler with the seam under the diagonal line. If using this tool, trim to the 1.5 by 3 inch lines. If not, trim your piece to 2 by 3.5 inches, which is the unfinished size you will need. And the cutting lines are lined up over the piece. Cut along the 2 edges. Turn the board but not the ruler. Lay the HRT under the ruler with the seam under the diagonal line. Line up the cut edges with the lines on the ruler. Trimming right slanted HRTs. Lay the HRT under the ruler with the seam under the diagonal line, and the cutting lines are lined up over the piece. Cut along the edges. Turn the board, not the ruler. Line up the diagonal line on the ruler with the seam. Line up the cut edges with the lines on the ruler. And then trim the edges. The offset seams are correct. This accounts for the seam allowance. Joining the HRTs. Place 4 HRTs together, 2 left slanted and 2 right slanted. Pin together. Seams should nest as they've been pressed in opposite directions. Sew with a 1/4 inch seam allowance and press the seams open. Match the seams and sew with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Press the seams open and repeat to make 4 units. Block layout. Pin in columns. Right mouse click on the link above to take you to my video on how to sew perfect points on your quilt blocks. Once sewn, press the seams open. Pin again and sew with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Congratulations! You have made the Storm at Sea quilt block. This quilt mock-up shows 2 Storm at Sea quilt blocks with differing colours. I've made some other blocks using half rectangle triangles, so check out those videos and maybe make up some of the quilts that you can see here. Want to learn more? Watch another one of my videos from the Quilt Block series. Click above to go to my playlist. I hope you liked this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel. More of these videos will be posted, so please tune in. Thank you for watching and bye for now.